What is going on, guys? So today I'm just making a video of exactly what happened maybe a week and a half ago. That's my son in the background. One of the worst things that has happened to me since like getting sick. Once I found out that I had coronavirus, it was so difficult for me because I've never experienced anything like it. This isn't for likes, this isn't for subscribers, this isn't for any of that. This is just for like your importance. You guys have to understand that if you guys have underlying diseases, if you guys are overweight, it hits you harder at certain points. When I first got it, I got it on a Sunday after work. Like after I started feeling all the complications, like shortness of breath. I didn't necessarily. I couldn't taste any food. I had fevers and chills and everything, but to tell you the truth, it was one of the most difficult things that I've gone through, and I can't explain it enough, because it was really difficult for me. I stayed in the bed for like an entire week. I did end up going to the hospital, and I went over there just to, you know, to manage my breathing, because I had a shortness of breath that I couldn't really manage. Yeah, in the nighttime, like I was having difficulty being able to breathe, and it sucked. It really sucked, because, you know, like my wife, she had to go ahead and take care of me for most part, and I had to be very hydrated every single day. Like I would get up in the morning, and it would I would have to drink water or drink Gatorade, something that will help me stay hydrated, you know. And it's it was really difficult for me, because I've never experienced anything like it. And I felt bad for my family, because I had to stay around them for such a long period of time, and you know, they got we couldn't stay isolated. Yeah, we couldn't because they couldn't stay isolated away from me, because like we have such a,
well, we had already been living together since before, so
yeah, so we don't have necessarily a whole bunch of rooms and everything. So my kids and my wife and my in-laws, they ended up having it too, and it sucked, because I really didn't want them to end up having it, and you know, end up thinking that I tried to infect them. And a lot of friends, you know, out of a lot of friends that I have, like they actually came and supported me, and like, you know, they cared, and they called, and they told me to start drinking, you know, hot fluids, hot liquids. They told me to get better and everything, and
even though I had already been giving him all that, but he didn't want.
There was some drink that my wife gave me. It just sucked. Okay, it freaking sucked. I hated it. It tasted disgusting. It had onion and garlic and freaking, I don't know what it had. It was just disgusting. I wouldn't ever want to drink that ever again in my entire life. But you know what, like I think it did help. To a certain extent it helped, and I was actually pretty satisfied that I was satisfied with my care. I was satisfied with my care. Jinx. No, I'm just kidding. But other than that, man, like, you know, you just gotta, I can't tell you exactly what to do. Your body tells you what is going on with you. So if you do have those symptoms, make sure you go and get checked, man. This is not a joke, man. Like, people have certain reactions to different types of sicknesses, and for some reason when I got sick, it was one of the worst experiences of my life. You know, some other people might just think of it as a flu or as the common cold, and you might just have a cough and everything like that. But you know, you have to understand that everybody has a different way of dealing with this thing, man. It's super how do you, I don't even know how to say it. It's really, you get infected, and you could infect everybody in your household, which is the thing that sucks, because you know, you don't want your loved ones ever getting sick because of you, you know. And it could go to the point that the sickness could go ahead and hurt them more than it hurt you. That's one of the main things, you know. You gotta be careful, and you gotta show, you know, you gotta understand that if you have a bigger household and everything, and you live together, you can't just go ahead and isolate yourself from everybody. Like, but if you have a bigger household, I mean, like, you could isolate yourself from your family and everything. The only thing is that you're still running a risk. You're still in the house. You're still there with your family. So regardless of that fact, you're gonna end up being with them throughout the entire 15 days that you're supposed to be out for. It sucks because, you know, I was at work that day that I ended up feeling sick. After the fact, though, I was feeling sick, like, maybe, you know, around 11, 12 midnight. That's when all the symptoms hit me. You know, I ended up getting chills, of a fever. My body was feeling really hot, and it felt like it was fighting everything off. But, you know, thankfully, because of my job and everything, they ended up, you know, paying me for the time being of the 15 days. And, you know, it really hurt not to, like, you know, be able to be interactive and speak to my friends. Some of my friends even came by just to check up on me, and one of my friends kept on calling me, making sure that I was good, that, you know, I wasn't dead. And, you know, I'm really thankful and grateful for all those friends that came over, and they just came over, and they just brought me, like, some little things, like little teas or something, and just left it in the porch, and they just left. They just ran out because, you know, they're scared of this thing too, man. Like, you gotta understand, this thing is global, man. People are getting really sick, and I understand the reason why they feel that type of way. Even people that, you know, at a certain point I disliked, and I mean, you know, they became the bigger person, and they ended up calling me, and I was in shock, man, because, you know, at a certain point I was just thinking of, you know, just giving up, because it was so hard on me. Like, it really messed me up. It gave me something that I didn't think I would come back from, and thankfully I'm still here. And you know, I pray to God that a lot of my friends and a lot of my family members understand the certain dangers with coronavirus, and I understand why they don't go outside anymore, and they don't, you know, they don't associate with so many people. If they do go out, they just go out to go ahead and get food and all that other stuff, you know. But to get essentials, you know, for the household and everything. And other than that, you know, I completely understand where everybody's coming from at this point. At a certain point, I just thought it was a conspiracy theory, and until it hit me, until it really did it did its number on me, and that just sucked. But my family is the only thing that I care about the most, because they were there through the entire process. My wife, she, like, for anything, it was like I would ring a bell and she would come over and just ask me what I needed. It was like she was my my butler and I was Batman. But but it was hard on me, and she ended up just, for any little thing that I needed, she ended up being there for me. So I'm really appreciative of my beautiful wife for everything she's done for me. And she ended up getting sick too, which sucked because she couldn't go ahead and taste food, and that's her pet peeve. She eats food. She loves food.
This is why I am the way I am.
So
it was bound to happen. We were all gonna get it,
yeah,
but I mean, thankfully we didn't get it. The kids, Miguelito, he felt like a little irritated.
Yeah, my son. So my son ended up having it too, but it was just an irritation. Thank God that it wasn't anything more than that, because he's my little chubby monkey. Like
the little thermometer?
Oh yeah, we have make sure to have a thermometer and check, like, yourselves and your kids.
But the thing is that they felt hot, but the temperature would just show normal. That's the thing. That's the thing that tripped me out the most too.
Yeah, so our kids would feel hot, but you and
Miguelito.
I felt really hot. And that's why, like, my wife in the like middle of the night, she would be like, "Go and take a shower, man. You're freaking hot." And I was like, "I know I am."
Thanks.
Thank you. But yeah, other than that, man, like, it's something that really takes a big toll in you. It takes a lot of energy from you, and and I apologize for letting other people think that it's just a big conspiracy theory, because when it hit me, and it did hit me really hard, I started thinking about a lot of things, but it all came to a conclusion. Either way, it's still sickness, and it messes you up really bad, man. So you have to be very careful. If you go out, just wear your mask, man. Like, I can't tell you what to do, honestly. To tell you the truth, you could wear gloves, you could wear masks, you don't have to wear anything, like. But I heard in Hollywood now you have to go ahead and either wear a mask, or they're gonna freaking penalize you $300 just because you don't have a mask. Which is, other than that, yeah, it was difficult. It was painful, and thank you to my beautiful wife and my family for helping me recover, and even some of my friends. Thank you for calling me and wishing that I get better. A whole bunch of even my coworkers, thank you so much, because like, a lot of my coworkers cared, even though it wasn't like, it was difficult for them to understand that I had this virus. I really appreciate that every single day they would hit me up, they would call me and tell me, "Hey, how you doing? How's everything going?" And I'm very appreciative of that, because like, I didn't think anybody actually cared that I got sick, or how I was doing throughout the entire process of getting the sickness. But yeah, just stay safe, guys, and be careful out there. You never know who has the virus, who has the Rona. Just be very careful with whoever you hang out with, and especially in social gatherings. Like, if you have social gatherings, just make sure that people around you, and you know them, you've hung out with them before. It's not somebody that you don't know at all and you've never seen before in your life. Like, if you guys want to have parties, you guys should have parties. That's up to you. That's none of my business. But for me, it's just like, if I'm having a party right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and like invite some of my friends and family. That's it. Like, I'm not inviting people that My wife wants me to shut up, so I will. But okay, well, thank you guys for listening to my little rant and my perspective on the entire coronavirus thing. So just be safe out there, be careful, and have a great time, you know, and just be careful out there, social gatherings and stuff. All right, well, thank you, goodbye, take care, and we'll go ahead and make more videos. And like I said, this isn't for likes, this isn't for subscribers, this isn't for any of that. This is just to go ahead and tell you my experience and what happened throughout the entire time that I got sick. And I pray to God that anybody that I have as a friend, as a family member, doesn't get this, and they if they do, that they overcome it super quick, because it does suck. Alright guys, thank you so much, take care, bye.